Namaste and welcome to Stardust Stereo. I'm Parker McPhinney, and today is the 9th of May, year 2026. And today we have a pesky quarter moon. Quarter moons are when you work out the potential that the previous moon showed. And the last element of working this out is now. This is the last quarter moon. We have 2 a month. We just had a full moon. I did a podcast about that full moon, which was last week. And if you did not hear it, if you go into the files, it's still up. It'll give you some insight of the potential of how to use that full moon energy. And here we are at the last quarter of this cycle, and that lets us know what we've been trying and striving to achieve has got another bump in the road. This is life. This is what my gurus tell me. The bumps never cease to be. The only thing that you can change is your ability to roll with them. If you view it as a game, especially when things get to be super unpleasant, it's helpful. At least that's my personal experience, that when I step back and go, oh, it's just a game, it's not about winning or losing, it's about getting through this horrendous period alive, then if you lighten up about it, everything lightens up around you. Clearly, everything in life cannot be viewed as, oh, well, some things do call for our attention and our action. I'm not suggesting that you become flippant about the serious stuff, but becoming selective in what is serious to you. This particular quarter moon is at 19 degrees Aquarius. The sun, therefore, is at 19 degrees Taurus. Aquarius energy deals with groups, friends, outside the box, and it is in that 90-degree angle with the sun. So the overall vibration globally, really, but specifically in the United States of America, because we have an Aquarius moon at our birth, is a message to that man in the Oval Office. It's the economy, man. It's the economy. Somebody that is so absorbed with finances and money and making the most he can ever make while in the flesh, you'd think he'd get it. But he's a little too self-absorbed for that. This quarter moon will have protests continuing. There's a plus with the quarter moon. It trines Venus. So as strongly as you feel about whatever you're feeling, it's important to usher in the vibration of love. It may have a little bit of an intellectual twist. Is this love good for me? Am I going to profit from this love? Will this love be appreciated? Will this love have to be shared? All those questions could come up. But the bottom line is, when you can give love freely, that's really the only way to give it, because anything else is a business deal. This quarter moon is about what you wish to share. The other super plus with it, there are always some pluses. Venus and Mercury are still in mutual reception, and that's a great thing. That means that each planet is in the other planet's ruling placement. Mercury rules the mind and is at home in Gemini, and Venus rules the love and appetites and comforts, and it is at home in Taurus, that's its home sign. And right now, those are currently in each other's sign. So Mercury in Taurus and Venus in Gemini are considered to be in a locking fingers, joint marching, talking together, and exploring the way to love and intellectual solutions to problems. You could view it like two young Dutch children jabbering away about what they have in common instead of what they do not share. So if you work together with love at the core, you're in a win-win situation. The Mercury and Venus mutual reception is great for writing short stories about love. Now this pesky quarter moon is going to be focused on groups and money, Congress and money rules. We might see some changes about the monetary rules that groups come under. Of course, the tax rules have changed. Be sure to check those. Do not assume what worked last year works this year. And we just had Mars square Jupiter. That always gives one a very big appetite, and it's an overreach signature. So you might want to, if you're at the head of groups or organizations, do a little overview on your budget. And on a personal level, everybody should be paying particular attention to what is absolutely necessary. And as a friend of mine used to say, is it a want or a need? Well, with your finances, that is something to ask yourself as we make it through this little rough patch. We have a new moon coming up on the 16th, and I'll do a podcast about it. But until then, you've got to review, communicate, sharpen your intellectual tools, but don't throw out the love vibration. And tune into your maverick energy, because this moon in Aquarius, the last aspect it will make, will be a lovely sextile to both Mars and Chiron. And Chiron is the maverick planet. This quarter moon supports you thinking beyond where you are and contemplating in ways that can help the whole, thinking holistically. This also would be a great approach to take to your health. If you're having any health issues right now, look at the holistic perspective. Are you sleeping enough? What kind of food are you eating? Do you get enough exercise? And most important, what is your mental state? Because if you've ever been in love, when you have that feeling, even though love is a verb, when you have that feeling of being in love, problems just kind of, oh, well, I'll deal with that. But that's not the most important thing. That is what you want to try to tap into right now. And if you are not involved with somebody on an intimate level, tap into it to be in love with yourself and your life and the chance to express who you truly are in this lifetime. There are always answers to the questions. This is great for brainstorming, and there are no problems that cannot be solved. I'm Parker McPhinney. This is Stardust Stereo. I'd like to thank you for listening. I'd like to thank my patrons. You know who you are. You are much appreciated. If you would like to become a patron, you can do so at patreon.com/ParkerMcP. And I want to remind you, you are made of stardust. So go shine.